calling that will go down as one of the great afternoons. What did you make of it?
I thought it was a poor game, really. I think 5 of the scrappiest goals that we probably ever see, really. Not a great advert for the two sides, but I think you just had two sides there that were willing to do everything they possibly could to win a game of football. And conditions weren't great. The pitch was a little bit soft, and the wind picked up a little bit a few times, and it was difficult. And we just said to the lads to make sure that we were still in the game for as long as we can. We didn't need to come here and win. We could still nick a point, and we're still in where we needed to be. So the message at half time was, we're not worried at 2-1. As long as we're in the game and you can go and nick a goal, because we always back ourselves to score. There's opportunity to do that. But I think as soon as we got to sort of 2-2, the way the goal came about, the goalkeeper's mistake, I felt sorry for him, really. We knew we had him for the taking. We sort of changed the shape, and we had a go, and we went, as soon as we smelt blood, we went for it. And testament to that group, because when you work as hard as that, you get your little bit of luck in football. You should do anyway. And everybody to a man is absolutely grafted to try and get 3 points here, and it's a big win for us. But listen, it's just 3 more points. There's loads more points to play for, loads more games, so we don't get above a station. It was a big day because the two sides were, but listen, it's just 3 points, and that's all it is. And we just got to go into the next game on Tuesday, which is going to be a very tough game like Wolves Sporting. And
in particular, when you consider sort of the nature of the side that we had out with, Kai Green at centre half, who hasn't played for 5 weeks and has barely kicked a ball, and having to sort of get James Bryson into partner at the centre half because Joe Obi couldn't play. Callum Flanagan's got back to Reddish, and it was a real sort of patched up back line, and to come here and win, I guess, is real testament to everything.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a stressful week trying to get players signed, and Corin's got through the pain barrier for they should be playing. He shouldn't be playing yet. He's 2 or 3 weeks off being signed off to play, but that's what it means to him, and you've got as much as you possibly can out of him. He's cramped up towards the end, and he's just in pain, but he's got you through. I thought Bryson was fantastic. I thought Matta was brilliant second half, had a bit of a testing time first half because they put a lot of things on him, and testament to his character that he's come and changed the way he was first half, and I thought he was magnificent second half. But I think everybody's worked hard there. It's not just the back 4 and the back 3 when we changed the shape. We've asked people to get back behind the ball as quick as we could. On that sort of pitch, you have to affect the ball as many times as you can. So you've got to get back around people. You've got to work hard off the ball, which it is tough. And that's what we said to the lads, before the game. The bench is going to play a huge part today because the pitch dictates that it's going to tire you out on your legs. Listen, Issa's faster at the moment. He's doing Ramadan, and for him to be able to give us the shift he gives us, it's just unbelievable, really. Just testament to the way he is as a kid, and he loves his football. And listen, everybody's put a shift in there, and we can't ask any more of them.
Take the game chronologically, a really fast start, came out like a train, hit the bar within 2 minutes, then went and scored, and at that point we looked really on top and comfortable in the game, and it was great to, I guess, get that start, because you and Joe have said before about slow starts and slow starts costing us, and to come out the blocks like we did must have been really pleasing.
Yeah, we thought they'd do the same, so we sort of said to the lads, be prepared for them to come at you, and it was the other way around, really. And when we scored the goal, it's difficult because sometimes when you score that early, sometimes it's too early and it unsettles you a little bit, and give the goal away from a poor mistake, and the second one's come too early, and we have got to manage it better when we concede. We shouldn't be going down to 2-1 a couple of minutes after conceding. We should be able to make sure that we relax, we reset, and we go again and see out the next 5-10 minute period. But we didn't do that. Made it hard for ourselves. But listen, when the group's got that much desire, we're always in the game. It's a special group, honestly, and I know nothing's been achieved yet. We're a long way off that, but they're a fantastic group of lads, first and foremost, unbelievable to be around, and their desire to want to come and win and to not lose games of football. I said that to them, the away from home form's unbelievable. To drop 7 points in this sort of league away from home. I know we've still got some away games to come, but that's got us where we are. That's got us where we are at the moment, our away form. So listen, we've got to keep doing what we're doing. As I said, nothing's won. It's just one more game. It's just 3 points. That's all it is. And we've got to go into the next game with as much confidence as we possibly can.
It felt like after the sort of first 10 minutes, then for the rest of that half, it felt like they probably had the better of it, actually, without really creating anything. I can't remember a save that Matt had to make. So what was the sort of the message at half time at 2-1 down?
Just to stay in the game. We said, listen, we don't need to come here and win. We need to keep it as, if we can nick a point and we keep the game at 2-1, the message really was to not go to 3-1. Worst case scenario, keep it at 2-1 till the last 5 minutes, because they always fancy us to get something or create a chance. It's just about somebody taking that chance and being ruthless. Just to stay in the game. But then as the game developed, they sort of sat in. It was hard because that, the sun's in the faces, the wind, and we had it first half, and it was tough, and it's harder than you think on there. So we knew that if we got through at half time within a goal and still in the game, that we could pin it on them. And went a little bit more direct. We changed the shape to 3-5-2 because, you know, the width really. Listen, the substitutions they've had to make have obviously made a big impact on the game. They've lost the front three, and you know, if we did the same, you know, listen, you're going to be struggling. So let's not have a, you know, let's not sugarcoat the fact that they've had them substitutions has made a big effect on the game, because they're very good players and very good forward players, and they scored a lot of goals. So as soon as that happened, that was the impetus on us to go, do you know what, I think we can come here and win. And as soon as we got the second one, I fancied us to get a third, and listen, we could have got a fourth and a fifth. And, yeah, we were ruthless towards the end. But again, we've defended for our lives towards the end. There's balls coming into the box, we're defending properly. You know, we're doing everything we possibly can to get over the line and get a win, or to come out of here with something. And that was the message before the game, was to come here and get something. And listen, we took 3 points, so we made up with that.
An incredible last 10 minutes. Firstly, H's ball into the box, which you said you felt a bit sorry for the keeper because he made 2 particularly good saves, one from Danny and one from Jack, and then just lets that one through. And then manic scenes at the end. Did you have any idea who scored?
Not a clue. Dorse was claiming it, Brady was claiming it. There could be any of them. But I've not a clue. I've not a clue who scored. It was just a melee, wasn't it? And someone's been poked in, and yeah, couldn't really see it. To be honest, there was a lot of bodies in the way, so not sure how it's come. But listen, I don't care how it's gone. And it's like we said, we've scored 3, probably the worst goals we've ever scored. But there could be 3 of the most important. So you take any goals as they come. But yeah, listen, we're pleased because it's a hard place to come. You know, they've got the best home record in the league. We knew it was going to be a tough ask. You know, they're a fantastic group. You know, bested us last year in the playoffs. It was a really tough game. You know, what I will say is they're a fantastic group of staff. We had 10-15 minutes with them before the game. We did the same after the playoffs. You know, absolute pleasure to put ourselves up against, you know, good people. You know, we enjoyed that competition between us, and we wish them all the best going forward. You know, hopefully they don't get any closer to us, and we go on and achieve what we want to achieve. But you know, best of luck to them in getting themselves out of the league, because you know they deserve it. They've been a good side, you know, and they've built a really good togetherness there, and we've had to work really hard to get something from them. So yeah, it's a fantastic result for us against a fantastic side.
Only 3 points, but it almost kind of was reminiscent of almost Kimberley and Elston in the UCL season, those celebrations at the end, and what it means.
Yeah, listen, it means everything. It means everything. You know, the fans that have come over, it's a long old trek. You know, it's a good drive coming over. You know, the fantastic advert for non-league in terms of that noise and what it can create. And you know, on non-league day, it's been an entertaining game. You know, as I said, it's scrappy, but listen, it's going to be, when you've got 2 sides that are up there, it's never going to be free flowing. You always sort of sometimes cancel each other out, and it's just about making sure that we make less mistakes than them. And we did that first half. We made more mistakes than them, and they made more than us second half, and that's the difference at times, especially in tight games. And it's what, again, we said to the lads at half time: no more mistakes. We've got to be perfect. But yeah, it's, you know, this is why we play football. We were saying that to their gaffer before the game. This is the reason that you're involved, you know, in these types of games. Okay, beating teams 5s and 6s and things like that, and you know, whatever that is. But these are proper games. You see how you are as a player. You see if you're a good manager. You know, the subs you make and the changes you make. You know, it puts you against good people, and you have to make tough decisions. And we've definitely done that today. So I'm glad we've come out on the right side of it. Again, thanks to all the fans for travelling over. They've made noise all game for us, and that's just rewards for them really, because they've been fantastic in the 10 years we've been here. You know, especially the 4 or 5 years I've been here. You know, they've been unbelievable and took to me straight away, and you know, can't thank them enough for backing us, because the lads feel that. You know, the lads feel that they're there and they want to play for them and they want to win for us. You know, they want to win for everybody, mate. Liam, good people like yourself and the board and people that put the time in to try and make something of this club, and we're doing everything we can to do that, and hopefully we're a few steps away from doing it. But you know, this year we've got to make sure we finish the job.
Wolves Sporting away is the first of those finish the job games on Tuesday. How do you look ahead to that one?
Yeah, it's always tough because you're on such a high at the moment, but you know, we've said to the lads, take every game as it comes, and it is cliche, you know, but that's what we've done, and I think that's what we've learned as managers, me and Joe, to try and strip as much pressure as we can off the boys and play game by game. You know, I think before, you know, especially that UCL season, sometimes you're looking ahead to this and that, and you're taking your off the ball a little bit. So we take full responsibility for the moment, not getting over the line. But I think we've learned as managers this year. Listen, we're young men. You know, Joe's 13, I'm 33, so we don't know everything. We're learning every day, but hopefully, you know, we're putting ourselves in a good position to keep learning and keep doing more. But yeah, it'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game. They're a good side, Wolves Sporting. You know, we had to score in the 95th minute to beat them at home. You know, so it'll be a tough game. We've got to make sure we settle ourselves down and just make sure, listen, it's another 3 points up for grabs. We picked the right team, you know, because they're tired there. They're tired, so we've got to make sure that we use the squad as best we possibly can and prepare for a really, really tough game, because again, they're scrapping as well. So no one's going to give you everything. You know, we said this to lads, you've got to rip that league title off teams and people, because they're not just going to hand it to you. You know, we've got to earn absolutely everything at the moment. We've earned more than others, and we've just got to keep doing that.